Welcome back to Pokemon Sword Crown Tundra. I don't know whether or not I should be adding that to the thing, but I come to the conclusion that I have a terrible setup for your pure rock type Pokemon. Appley Juice is like the only one who will be pretty decent. So Appley Juice is leading the charge and might... Oh, okay. I missed one. Something changed in the air. A rocky power is emanating from the Pokemon statue. You want to check it out? No, I'm going to save again. I did save between episodes, but I only changed my team after that, so... Yeah. I have like 2 Pokeballs. Why did I do this? This might be a mistake. It'll be fine, I hope. Appley Juice is a Galar champion, after all. Alright. I'm trying to do a lot of damage, but not necessarily kill. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I forgot you'd know that. Ouch. Luckily, Appley Juice is a beast. An underrepresented beast. I should buy more Dusk Balls for this too. I'm in a cave. Dang. I was thinking I should do one more Astonish. I love legendary Pokemon based on inanimate objects. Astonish again is dangerous though because it lowered its defenses. I meant to change Pokeballs, but it's fine. Yeah, that's about what I expected. No, I'm slow. I mean, you're slow. For some reason I always forget how Hammer Arm works. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna buy Pokeballs even though I said I should buy Pokeballs? Yes, boost your defense. That means I can hit you with another Astonish. Hopefully bring you to red. Which would make catching easier, I think. And you flinched. Which means I get the free heal without having to take some damage first. GG, Regirock. I didn't change Pokeballs again. I forget how many of your attacks have such low PP. I'm starting to get worried. Do I have timer balls? I have a couple. Let's try one. Yeah, that's about right. I know your catch rate's low. I know it. But consider I love you very much. And I want to put you in my party. Or at least in my box. That might not be selling it as much as I want. Or maybe it is. Reggie rocks, more like Reggie box. That was bad. Good level, baby boy. You are the Stone Titan. How much PP did you have left? Yeah, okay, Hammer Arm had more than I realized, but I was worried. For some reason, Hammer Arm's a 5 in my head, too. I think I get it mixed up with Cross Chop, because the first time I had a Pokemon with Hammer Arm, it was a Machamp who also had Cross Chop. Well, technically a Machoke when I first learned both, but whatever. Go to a box. You jotted down the current status on Legendary Clue 2. Far, far in the Galar's bed, or Giant's bed, lies a temple where the Giant of Stone sleeps. On the temple's door are strange words. Let the first Pokemon hold a never-changing stone. When I gave my Pokemon an Everstone to hold, the door opened and I found Regirock. A living crystal, I'm guessing that one will involve holding a, just based on the letters I have, a Never Melt Snow. Beep beep beep. Oi oi, it's me, Peony. You looking out for yourself out there, Chief? Come again? You met the rock giant, Regirock? Gah ha ha ha! Smashing job, Chief. Now it's time to keep looking into the other giants. Keep up the good work. I should use a map. I'm still not gonna yet. I'm having fun exploring. And by that I mean getting lost. Is that a pincurchin? No, that's a bush. I mean, I was gonna be surprised if there was a pincurchin all the way out here, but I think I turned around. Oh, Vanillux. Friend I hadn't seen in a long time until LZA. Either that or I just forgot. Could be both, even. That it had been a little bit since I'd seen it, but also it was in, I don't know, it could have been as recent as Gen 7, maybe. Gen 7 had a fair few Pokemon available that I would forget were there. The last time I remember seeing it though was Gen 6, which is approaching 15 years ago if I'm doing my math right. Because in my head that was 2013. Sometimes they require specific Pokemon. Are you the bell I need? Or the tone I need, or whatever? I forgot to switch back, though. Beep Boop is a bad idea here, too. Yeah, this has to be a Trix situation. Everybody else has at least some level of bad matchup here. Trix still isn't great now that Fire's weakened, but Trix still has Double Kick, which isn't as good as I thought it was. It's fine. Somehow I sometimes forget that Psychic still resists fighting even when you pair it with Steel. I do the same thing with Flying. Normal and flying types always I don't think about, but in that case it's the other way around. I don't think about that they're normal. I'm think, oh, flying resists steel. Flying resists fighting, rather. Sorry, I'm also recently discovered that I'm a big fan of the idea of a starter trio that rather than having what's become standard dark fighting and either psychic or ghost, I want one that's fairy fighting and steel. And I think the fire type could be the fighting type at this point again. People complain about how many firefighting types there were, but like we haven't had a new firefighting starter since Embor in like 2010. The only new firefighting type at all that we've had since then is Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros. So like, I think we're due. It's fine. Appley Juice got to level 100. Appley Juice shall never level again. Yeah, you're clear tone. I forgot what the words on the door were. You know what? No. You're no. Go to a box for now until I find Registeel's place again. Because I have anywhere box access, so I'm not worried about it. Appley Juice, I about tried to attack you because I'm not used to... Sick, that's fine. I didn't mean to shake it again, but it paid off, so we're done. 8 is excellent. Beep boop, go back to the start. Appley Juice, now that you have all the XP, you're only going to be sent out when I need you. Archen. No, but I don't have time to stop and mess around with fossils, even if I love them so much. With the exception of Tyrant, of course. Who is not only a fossil, but also one of my, like, top 10 favorite Pokemon of all 1,000 plus we have now. Let alone the almost 900 we had here. Actually, I think it might have been pushed slightly over 900 with the new introductions from the DLC, like Kubfu and Urshifu, and presumably Calyrex. I don't need Big Elephant, sorry. Beep Boop has a terrible matchup against Big Elephant. Boo. Once again, Trix is like the only good shout we have. Ow. But also not really. Bye. Taste the power of my kicky kick. I bet Trix would be so good at kickball. One more shake. 7's good. 5 or 6 is what I aim for, so anything above that is good in my opinion. Alright. I know I've been making fun of map people, but I am so lost right now. Okay, I'm over here. Tree is south of me. Why am I once again not heading south? Which way is south? I wish I had a compass like this was Skyrim. So many massive Pokemon are really hard to dodge, you see. You know what? We don't have time. I'm not usually one to run from combat, but I don't have time for your shenanigans, Paparaja. Don't misunderstand, I like Paparaja. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. I've used one on 2 separate major teams in 2 different games, but I'm not looking for another Paparaja right now. Okay, am I going south, or at least in a direction that will eventually lead me south? No. I headed west. Am I going south now? Can't tell yet. This is not south. There was a tree again. I want to make at least a little bit of progress on all of the Pokemon things this month, which means all of the legendary clues, rather, which means I need to find a way. Okay, if I'm finally heading south, I need to go a little bit east. Never east. I've been here. This was a one-way street. What am I doing? A female Archen? Those are rare. I'm willing to use an Ultra Ball on you. That's how rare female Archen are. That's gonna be quarter effective, so you should easily survive it. The danger about fighting an Archen is that if I trigger Defeatist, the fight gets a lot more risky. I say as I knowingly trigger Defeatist. I didn't trigger Defeatist? That's even weirder, right? Or is Defeatist just Archaeops? Did I forget? Catch. Your name is... I didn't give you a nickname. Well, that's fine. Go to a box. Maybe this isn't the dead end if I hadn't plucked this fruit yet. Dang it. I wanted the Moringa berries. Am I still heading in the right direction? No, I'm back over here. Why am I incapable of heading south? That's a dead end also. I at least want to make it to the tree, even if I don't actually advance that plot. Right? You get it, right? I'm not crazy. Plot advancement is just the name of the game. Plus, legendary Pokemon were birds was tantalizing because that's like the third most common type among legendaries. I might be exaggerating, but I might not be. The two I would guess are ahead of it are, I almost read giant because of the thing on the screen, the location I'm in, are Psychic and Dragon. Those are the two that I think are most likely to be ahead of it as far as percentage of legendary Pokemon. No, wait, not that way. this way. Then over here. Then this way? Hard to say. I'm pretty sure I've been here already, but I can't recall if it was the right path or the wrong path. So we're here again. Okay. Old cemetery's on the way. Now I need to basically head south until I can't. Admittedly, already what I've been doing, but... You know what, let's test Beep Boop. I'm pretty sure that a superpowered confusion from Beep Boop will kill a Nidoran, but we'll find out. I meant super effective, but you know what? Super powered works too. This episode might be long. I usually have long episodes at the end of the month though, so I don't think I've had quite as many long episodes at the end of this month, so I'm okay with it. Though, if the schedule ends up being what I do, the first week of next month might have some long episodes too, so, yeah, we'll see. This fog, well, hail more literally, is a huge pain for trying to find a tree. I found Frostpoint Field again! How am I incapable of heading in a straight line? Wait, this is one of the temples, isn't it? Yeah, this is... the piercing note. Okay, just real quick. We're gonna see if I was correct that it's now. If we can't make progress on the tree thing, we will make progress on... Dang it. I thought I was real clever. Okay, wait, but is this on my map? Because that would help me narrow down where in here I am. No, of course not. Can't get north, can't get south, incapable of reading a map. I think I'm also looking for a river. That's the closest to a data point I have. I'm back in the old cemetery. I need a river that's just near the old cemetery. I'm back in Giant's Bed. What if I went this way? I think I've been this way before. I think this is the exact same thing I do every time. Wait, this is the river, maybe. Alright, just follow the river. This isn't the river because there's no crossing point. Unless the crossing point is this way. I hadn't tried that yet, had I? Shoot. Hi, Basculin. I'm tired and I want to go to bed, so I might start running from more things so that I can go to bed sooner. Okay. That's a Tyrant. But I'm where I thought I was. I'm almost to the tree now. Tyrant, hey, how you doing, buddy? I think it's something like 12.5%, and then technically slightly lower than that, more like 12.02% of fossil Pokemon are female. Same with starters, actually. That's why it's always exciting. No, I didn't think that through. Bye, Tyrant. I love Tyrant. I did not mean to obliterate that Tyrant. I was talking. Hey, you're big. Not unexpectedly so, just big. Hey, Bolton. Survivor you won't. Alright, we'll try and catch you. Or maybe not. Nice level, Sappho. I'm just sleepy. Tree. Lampent, that's pretty fun. Greppa berries are pretty nice. Sure, we'll take 5 Greppa berries. Hi again, Tyrant. I'm not going to obliterate you this time, I promise. Or at least not in a single move, I promise. I am, however, going to heal real quick so that I don't die. If I don't attack at all, Yeah, you can't hit me with that. At all. Like, literally, that I won't be affected by it. I'm too high a level for you. Baby Gorgosaurus. Okay, I know this is a different species, but this is probably the most famous Carnosaur. I'm pretty sure y'all are both Carnosaurs. Might even both be Tyrannosaurs, or at least Tyrannosauroids. And before you get on me about Sue being a girl, Sue is named after a female paleontologist. Sue themselves is, according to the internet, their presence on the internet, non-binary, gender unknown, because we don't know their gender, so should use they them pronouns, which means I don't think Sue would feel Tyrantrum too, sick. I don't think Sue would feel strongly about being a male tyrant. That's my point. How do I get over to the tree? I went past it. I went right past it. I want to make progress on all 3 legends. Yes, this episode is 1,000,000 hours long. The biggiest berry tree. Who is that at the top? Oh, hey! You're a Moltres? You almost look like Moltres. Oh, and you almost look like Zapdos. Always pulling shenanigans. Where's Articuno? Oh, hey, look, speak of the devil? Huh. Rotom. I might be about to die. Oh good, apparently they're abandoning the hunt for me. Beep beep beep. Oi oi, it's me, Peony. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. Hang on, Chief, there's breaking news on the telly. They're saying dodgy bird Pokemon are popping up left and right. There's this pointy-feathered one in the wild area. Plus a fiery-looking one out on the Isle of Armor. And there's this fanciful, graceful ones apparently flying around the Crown Tundra. Wouldn't it be something if they turned out to be the bird Pokemon I wrote that clue about? If that were the case, I think I'd call this expedition something like A Legendary Tree of a Legendary 3. That's a pretty good title too. Now I've gone and Ultra Mega completely forgot why I called you for in the first place. Well, life's too short to sweat the small stuff. Ta, Chief. Aight. This episode was 1,000,000 hours long, but now I've advanced all 3 plots. When the sun reaches its zenith, the bird of orange dashed off to the wild area, the bird of black flew off to the Isle of Armor, the bird of purple set off across the Crown Tundra. Oh, wait, I know where... Seeing as one flew towards that big tree, I wonder if the big honey tree is where the one in Isle of Armor went. They almost look like Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, but also wrong, so I don't know if they're... I don't know what they are for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here. It's gone on way too long already, and I need it to be done, so bye-bye. I love you. I'm going to bed now.